Hey everyone, so today I'm going to be talking about curling irons. These are 3 different curling irons to create 3 different methods, but they're all the same size. They are all 1 inch in diameter, and I want to talk a little bit about the differences between them, and the positive and the negatives, and some tips and tricks that you guys can try. Some of these you might own, some of these you might not. So I'm just going to tell you a little bit about them, kind of give you guys some information, so when you're looking for a curling iron or anything like that, this might help. So we're going to start out with the basic curling iron. This is your clamp curling iron. This you can purchase pretty much at any place, any drugstore, any beauty supply store. I prefer Hot Tools. It's my all-time favorite clamping curling iron. What a clamp is, it's basically the spring-loaded clamp. When you take and you put your hair around it, it will hold it. There is some method to curling your hair with this. You don't want to turn it the wrong way. This one is very nice because the hair slides through it. These tend to have a little less more body to the curl. I wouldn't recommend using this for an updo, but it works pretty well if you're doing like a lower updo, not a high updo. Curls look gorgeous with this. But what the 1 inch refers to is the diameter, which is the distance around the circle, and that's the size of the curl you're going to have. This one is nice because it has an on-off switch and a temperature gauge. So start at the lowest temperature. As we've all seen that girl burn off her hair now, I think we've all seen that video. We can stop it now. We feel bad for her. There probably was a bazillion reasons why that happened to her. It could have been damage to your hair, color, products, things like that can do that to your hair if you're not careful enough. So if you're curling your hair, look for something with a temperature gauge if you're not so sure of yourself. If you have really like weak, damaged hair, things like that. Another thing is, what you can do is take a piece of tissue. This is paper towel. You can use toilet paper. You can use a tissue. You can use pretty much a lot of things. What you're going to do is take and put your curling iron or wand or anything, any of the tools you have, and you're going to put it on there for about 5 to 3 seconds. And you're going to take it off, and if it turns brown or any golden color, you have it too hot or it gets too hot. That's one thing you should check on your curling irons. That's a huge thing. So that's really good and really helpful. This one I like personally for myself to curl my hair with, because it's got the top here and my hair just like glides through so nicely. One thing about the new curling irons versus like some of the older ones, if you don't have an older model in that, the twisting cord. See how the cord is stationary but the wand is moving, which is good. When you have cords that are twisted and twisted, I know we all have one somewhere, they tend to get, wires will start to fray and start to get undone, and then your wires will snap, and then your curling iron's done. I recommend this one. This is only $30. Go and invest some money in it. It does come in multiple sizes. This is just a 1 inch. I find 1/2 inch, 3/4, and 1 inch are the most universal for hair length. It depends on the size of the curl, so if you want larger curls, go for a larger barrel. Smaller curls, smaller barrel. Okay, so the next curling implement is curling wands. These are relatively more on the newer end. These probably came out maybe about 4 years ago, curling wands. Now they're just evolving like crazy, like different types. I have 2 different ones. They are pretty much different ends of the spectrum. This is a bedhead one. This was purchased at Target or at Ulta, I'm not sure. And this is a Verge curling iron. I really, really like Verge curling irons. This has multiple attachments, and you just take and unlock the attachment and pop it out, and it comes with another couple attachments. Those are very nice and very universal. This one was only like up to, I think it's like over $100, but I mean it's well worth it because you get multiple curling irons, and you got to push it in right and twist it right so it locks into place. A lot of these don't have temperature gauges, just on, off switches. So use your paper toweling, tissue paper, whatever, to test your temperature always if you're just using it for the first time. Kind of decide like how long you need to keep it on there. There used to be an old thing, rule of 10, count to 10, release the hair. That's a good idea to do. But some of these get very, very hot. and that can be a bad thing on your hair. Read your manufacturer's instructions. Please read them. If you're too stubborn to read them, test them. Test them on a bottom piece of hair where no one's going to see it, not like right here in front. Test them and see, oh, how long is it going to take to curl? Start at 3 seconds, 5 seconds, 7 seconds, 9 seconds, 10 seconds. Sometimes 1 extra second makes a big deal. Another thing is, when you're curling, you might want to use a glove. They make gloves for 3 fingers or your whole hand. We've all had our battle wounds. I've had 2 already, burning, not from wands though. From a different type of curling iron, which I'll be showing next, but gloves are very nice. They're universal. You just flip it over and it's lefty and a righty. With the 3-finger gloves, you can switch them either way. So don't be afraid if you're a lefty to get a curling wand. If you don't have a glove, you can buy them at Sally's Beauty Supply. So yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say about wands. And another thing is they make like the beachier waves. You can get as tight as waves you want. They come in different sizes, things like that. So the last curling iron is one maybe some of you have not seen before. This is called a Marcel. This a lot of professionals use. I'm not going to go really into depth about this. This does take a lot of practice. It is super nice and super fast to curl hair with these things. They are amazing for updos. It looks a little freaky when they do it. They have multi-stationary ones, so you can use it as a wand, or you can use it however you want, basically. These do have temperature gauges. This is also by Hot Tools. Yeah, and these are harder to purchase like in your regular stores, so sometimes beauty professionals have to purchase them other places. I've never seen one of these in an Ulta or anything like that. Maybe a Sally's Beauty Supply, but they're a little more difficult, but they are so worth it. You can never touch this whole entire part. It's completely hot. So as for the pink Hot Tools one, you can touch that end, so it makes it a little different to curl. I prefer to use this on other people. I prefer the pink one on myself. Just personal preference, but this does create gorgeous, gorgeous curls, and they just stay twice as long as the pink one, I think. So if you want to create your own curling wand, you can disassemble your curling iron by taking your screws out and that. If you can't afford one, just keep all your stuff in a plastic bag, things like that. And that's pretty much all I have to say about curling irons for now. If you guys have other questions or things like that below, leave them below. This video is getting way too long. Thank you guys so much for watching, and have a good day. Bye!